A big Nas fan saying this as well.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Shout out to Nas. Love Nas, man.
Love Nas. Love him. But he did not deserve to win it for this album. This album.
Back again. This time we're doing a reaction to the Grammys. 2 videos in less than a week. Don't expect this kind of output all the time because we're busy, man. We're going to get straight into it. So this was obviously the 63rd annual Grammys. To start with, before we get into the music, I know we started last time talking about whether the Grammys personally means anything to you and whether it validates artists. Year on year in American viewership, it was down 53%. Do you think that represents downward turn in quality of the Grammys, or do you think people just aren't as bothered anymore?
Hold on, was that because it was cable, or wasn't it through streaming, most of it?
The cable TV figures were down 53% from last year.
I think they need to. Was it streaming one up, or was it? I think it was another award show. Was it Super Bowl? I think the streaming went up, and then I think maybe there's an issue with the distribution. But I do feel like for me personally, I'm speaking for myself, that the importance have lost itself. I feel like it's not like Oscars maybe, because of the way the Grammys go about things, and the fact that what we predicted ended up sort of happening, for me, I'm not happy about. Do you get me? It's like I don't want to know what's going to happen, especially when it comes from a place where it's like pandering to what's politically happening, or because of how wrongfully the Grammys sort of do things. So yeah.
Do you know what I think it is? And then obviously, you know me, like I still believe that the Grammys still hold a significant place. Not only in the music industry, but just in people's opinions. I still think people hold it in high regard. And I would kind of equate the Grammy to, I would say, like Super Bowl weekend. I would say, do you know these events that happen in America where there's a big lead up to the Grammy? There are pre-Grammy performances. There are X, Y, Z. Things are happening in the lead up to the Grammys to kind of like give people that proper rollout. So when it's time for the actual Grammys, not only are you excited for it, but you're ready to view it. Well, obviously, you know, due to COVID, they weren't able to do that. They kind of just had to get straight into the show. And I think they had some like, interactive shows and stuff like that. But obviously, it's not exactly the same. And I'll be real, with a lot going on, and, you know, this is not me, you know, giving the Grammys some sort of leeway, but with a lot going on in the world, you know, the Grammys probably weren't the first thing on people's minds, you get me? Where, you know, when you have time to really, you know, take in the whole Grammy experience, you get me, the mise en scène, the whole time my film students, like when you have time to take all of that in, like the Grammys, like the anticipation for the Grammys would be a lot more. So I'm not surprised like the numbers dropped and such. But I wouldn't say that goes to show, you know, that it's any less significant for many reasons. But I guess I'll save those reasons for now.
I think it's a combination of many things that's happening at the same time. But yeah.
I'd be interested in what you said there, Kevin, about consumption habits, because in the age of like social media, like we know a lot of people just watch stuff on like viral clips, or like watch it when it's cut into the key moments or the key segments. So it might just be a thing of partly that's where viewing is going now. Instead of just like watching the whole show all the way through, you can catch the key segments on Twitter in like about 20 minutes.
Yeah, and I mean, people are not going to be willing to pay like 50 or 60 pounds a month for cable TV like that. People got like, you know, what's it called, subscription. They got the Netflix subscription, maybe Freeview over here at best, and nothing more that as well. So I do think that's part of the occasion as well. Also, what Jarvis and what Henry are saying, I think it's a multifaceted thing. But it's interesting to see how things will sort of shape up in the next few years or so.
Right.
America now is very divided. You know what I'm trying to say? Like it's very divided because of the previous president. You know?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
because of the previous president. So like, when you think about it, it does make sense.
Yeah. The political aspect, 100%. 100% definitely. 100%. Yeah.
That's definitely contribute to the view figures being down.
Nice. Well, for the people who did watch it, let's start with record of the year. Billie Eilish.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, man, we got that one right, man.
Yeah. You know, for me, she definitely deserved the record of the year, man. over the last year and a half, 2 years, I feel like along with Taylor Swift, man, she's definitely the top female in the industry, man. You just have to look at what she's achieved, and she's so young as well. Like she's only like what, 20-something, 21, 22.
She's 20 or 21, isn't she? Huh?
Yeah.
I think she's 19. I think she's younger than that. You know.
Yeah, she might even be 19, and the fact that she's already got 5 or 6 Grammys, you know.
She's won more Grammys than most people get nominated for.
Exactly. And you know, she's got, I think, what, 1 or 2 platinum albums. You know,
her music is amazing as well, though. I like the
music. Yeah. And that's the most important part for me. Her music is amazing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Her music is amazing, and yeah, man, like this is just the start. Like in my opinion, she's gonna dominate for the next 5 or 6 years. You know what I mean? She's gonna basically do what Taylor Swift did, or what Katy Perry did in her prime. You know what I mean? Just literally just dominate the charts at the same time making great music. So yeah, I'm excited to see what else she's got. For us.
She said something. What did she say? She said something about like how she felt embarrassed that she beat Meg Thee Stallion. Do you agree with that, or do you not agree with that?
Well, for what? For the Savage record?
Yeah, for the Savage.
Nah, she's capping, man. She's just trying to, you know what I'm saying?
I think she's being modest.
She's being
modest or political?
Yeah. She's being
modest or political.
What is so political?
I think generally.
How do you separate this from the Macklemore Kendrick thing? Because it's essentially the same thing. They're both saying they were embarrassed to win it over a black artist.
But one, let's be real. Macklemore, yeah, like that album was trash, innit? You know what I'm saying? That
like Thrift Shop.
That didn't deserve even.
Hey, shout out to Thrift Shop.
I'm gonna feel my bad.
That album didn't deserve to be nominated. Whereas Billie Eilish, yeah, has been making great music since she came out. Yeah. Like, let's be real. So, you know, she definitely deserved it over Megan. 100%.
Yeah. And Savage kind of cleaned up as well, surprisingly. I mean, she won 2 Grammys for the same record, isn't it?
Of course. And like Jay said, let's be clear, the original didn't get nominated.
Yeah.
It was the remix.
Yeah, shout out,
so the Beyonce stimulus package definitely helps. Megan Thee Stallion, is winning any awards, with Savage if Beyonce didn't hop on the remix. Let's be clear. Understand?
I can't like that's a whole
she got that Beyonce stimulus package, you understand, and that sort of propelled her, you know what I mean, into stardom. Let's be clear in it. So yeah.
So do you feel like it wasn't, I don't know, but like it wasn't like without Beyonce, 100% she wouldn't have won it?
No, facts.
Yeah, hold on, wait. How high did it debut on the chart again? You were saying
before it was like in like the top 30 or something like that, top 20, like just Megan Thee Stallion by herself, which is good.
That's not bad. And
then Beyonce jumped in it and went to number 1.
Oh yeah. Savage. I don't think it's amazing, but they have this slight advantage. The fact that she is
carefully weird what you're gonna say here, Kevin.
Yeah, bro.
No, I mean,
don't get yourself cancelled. Like,
no, it's not. It's not like it's just how things are. Like,
but Kevin, are you saying that because you're not a fan and you don't think it's the best record, or are you saying that because you don't believe it was a moment of one of the moments of 2020?
I mean, Beyonce, of course, Beyonce's stimulus package made it that moment, and for me personally, I don't think it is like an amazing record that probably deserves the accolade that they've got, but because of the climate that we're in, that record got to the place where it got to.
Do you know what? I don't entirely agree with that, man, because there was a period of time, especially like last year, I do believe it was like in the summertime, where Savage was everywhere. And I'm saying this because like, bro, like obviously we were stuck at home, so it was on the socials and everywhere. I saw all over TikTok. You couldn't escape it.
Is that the original as well?
The original, bro. Classic bougie ratchet, bro. African mums were saying classic bougie rocket, bro. Bro.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I don't disagree with that, but I just think in terms of like great records, then it's like I don't like in a couple of years' time, I don't.
What you don't think he'll come on? You don't think he'll come on at the barbecue?
Probably. I mean, to be honest, I am a different. What's it called? I got different listening ears to people that like a record like that. So do you get me? So
Yeah.
I probably am in the minority. So
Seeing
but
as we're talking about the song, let's just establish that it did win Best Rap Performance and Best Rap Song.
yeah, I mean, it was. I think it's sweep. So hold on, you won the best rap performance and best rap song, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It shouldn't have won best rap performance. It shouldn't have won best rap performance.
At all.
Best rap performance.
At all. Best rap song makes sense, but best rap performance.
Yeah, best rap performance, no way.
Hold on, but what's the difference between best song and best performance?
I think so. I think what H was saying last time is similar to the best
record of the year and the song of the year.
Yeah, because you have all the songwriters in the best rap song, but in the best rap performance, it's just the people performing the song. So Megan Thee Stallion and Beyonce.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay, yeah. Fair enough. That makes sense.
Because like they had some big songs on there. They had I'm looking at the list now. They had Deep Reverence, Bought by the Baby, What's Poppin', The Bigger Picture, and Dior by Pop Smoke.
The Bigger Picture should have won. I found out.
The Bigger Picture should have won. And to be fair, I wouldn't have been sad if they gave it to Pop Smoke. As you know, I love Joe. I wouldn't have been sad. Bro, even that Deep Reverence song is not bad.
Facts.
Incredible verse. Yeah.
On to album of the year. I think this is the one that most people pay attention to generally.
Yeah.
It's another win for you, H, and it's one of the first wins of your life, Kevin. Taylor Swift Folklore.
A rare win, yeah. I'm happy. I'm happy that Folklore won it, and I think it deserved it. I probably would have changed. I probably would have had other album that would have, to compete for the album of the year. But from the nomination, Folklore deserved it. So I ain't got nothing to say other than yes, Grammy, you got it right.
Yeah, like what more can I say? Innit? She definitely deserved that, and that solidifies my argument. You know what I mean? Like my argument to who was the artist of the year last year. Wait, Jay, I forgot. Like how many Grammys did Lil Baby win? Like this one,
that's a Lil Baby.
I forgot, bro.
Can I answer?
My mind's a bit sketchy, fam. Like how many Grammys did he win?
I'll stop to Umar Johnson.
But my girl did it, so that literally solidifies my position, If you guys haven't checked out our previous video, go and check it out, you know what I mean? Taylor Swift versus Lil Baby.
A lot of cap in that video, but please
But yeah, Taylor definitely deserved that.
If we talk about best rap album, and you talked about pandering and maybe being on experience and what artist deserves all their career rather than a piece of work.
Can I go, Moneybird?
Brother,
I can't lie, bruv. Listen. Let me just say this right now, yeah. It's nonsense. Let me just say it's nonsense. It's nonsense.
And you're a big Nas fan saying this as well.
Yeah, bruv.
Yeah. Shout out to Nas. Love Nas, man.
Love Nas. Love him. But he did not deserve to win it for this album. This album. Bruv, King's Disease at best is a decent album. Like it's not incredible. It's not in the list there. I can't lie. I haven't listened to the D Smoke album or the Allegory. The only ones I've listened to is King's Disease, A Written Testimony, and Alfredo. The King's Disease will be bottom of those three.
I put that Allegory on top of it as well.
There you go, bro. You've heard Allegory, yeah? Bro, like it's ridiculous. It's one of them situations where the Grammys are trying to make up for what they've done. They've messed up Nas for several years, and they give it to him. He deserves it now. You get me?
Yeah, give him something.
Bro, Gibbs deserved it, and I can't lie. Like, and we know that Gibbs is, he was an underground artist. He's signed to a major now, but like, I don't think he'll ever get this opportunity again. Do you know what I mean? It's similar to Pusha T. It's similar to Pusha T with Daytona. I don't think he'll get an opportunity like that again.
Oh yeah.
For best rap album, there's no way. It's like I'm not saying they can't like release material that is incredible, but for them to get the recognition they deserve, I don't think it will come again because the Grammys, we've seen it, man. Like we've not the perfect example where people deserve stuff and they don't give it to them. It's nonsense because it does annoy me because like he deserves it. Like in a way, he deserves it, but he doesn't deserve it. Do you know what I
mean? Yeah.
I think this is Freddie's best chance because in terms of like rap releases last year, there weren't many, and that's because of the pandemic. As things start to slowly get back to normal, the heavy hitters are gonna come. So I feel like Freddie's future albums are gonna get lost in, lost in the sauce.
But
I don't think he's a mainstream enough artist to be able to compete with artists that release.
But hold on, I would also like to say, because this Alfredo tape, me and Manuel spoke before actually filming this, and it was actually released on his own label as well. And I think the newer ones that he signed a distribution deal with Warner, probably, of course, if he makes commercially viable record, that opportunity might come in the future. So he doesn't
have that sort of widespread mainstream appeal. You're only going to get a certain type of person that listens to Freddie Gibbs. Whereas with J. Cole, you're going to get people who think like J. Cole reads a dictionary and he's the smartest person in the world. So.
But the one thing I do give credit to Freddie Gibbs, is that he's been trying to work with other mainstream artists like Big Sean, and I think Rick Ross recently. I don't know, Rick Ross' hype is not the way it was before, but it'll be interesting to see how his career pans out now.
I think one thing we're not accounting for as well is, like you said, like I think it was done independently, right? He released Alfredo independently. This guy sold 30,000 units independently. Like, bro, that's incredible. Like for Freddie Gibbs as well. Like I don't think he's ever, like, I think with Madlib, like the most they did was probably like 10K in a week or something.
Here's an Alchemist harsh charting album.
Bro, like he really deserves it. It's in all sorts of publications. Like for me, like it really it hurts me a lot. It's come between like Nas and Freddie Gibbs, because I love Nas. I love Nas so much, but he did not deserve it, man. He did not deserve it at all.
The fact that the fact that it took Nas almost 20 years to win one. Like, Freddie Gibbs,
he's got no chance, bro. He's got no, and also
I know he's just becoming like wildly popular now, but he's about 39 already, so you do wonder how long he's gonna. His best R&B album, John Legend, won that with Bigger Love.
I mean, how many people, on this track right now have even listened to that album?
All right, he's made it. It's a decade to the day since he won Best R&B Album, 2011.
For me, it seems like John Legend is like the sort of media / Grammy darling. Like he's just, you know what I mean? Like he's I wouldn't say like he's the kiss ass, but
proper clean cut.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I didn't even know he released an album last year. And think about it this way, bro. Like John Legend's on a major label, you know? He's on a major label. He's on, I think, RCA or Columbia. And even with a major label backing him, like us guys on the stream right now, we didn't even know that John Legend released an album. So the fact that he won over, I think, Chloe and Hailey, was it? Did he win over Chloe and Hailey?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Chloe and Hailey, they were all over, what's it called? They were all over our screens last year, you know? And I feel like they definitely deserve that award over John Legend, you know? But they went, obviously, like the Grammys tend to do, they sort of went with the safe option and gave it to John Legend. But I would have liked them to give it to Chloe and Hailey, because I feel like they had a phenomenal year, man. And their album was actually good. Like, it was actually good. So, yeah. That's another one that the Grammys fucked up, but that's to be expected.
I think, Jay, you predicted the song of the year as well, and I Can't Breathe, which was just general song of the year.
Do you know what? Like, I can't say that I'm angry that it won. You get me? Because I'm not. You know, definitely deserved to win. Very powerful statement. Powerful song by her. Very, very good song. But do you know what it is? I'm one of these people where I like moves when they're genuine. You get me? I like moves where as much as like I'm all for political statements and I'm all for political songs. I love political songs. I don't know why. I think it's like a cynic in me or a pessimist where I kind of feel like they just gave it to her and this particular song due to what's happened over the past year, as opposed to genuinely think that this song was, the song of the year. You get me? I do 100% feel that, because if you were just to go through the list, like people were obviously playing the other songs more. There's an argument to say that, these songs are, more, they had a bigger impact on the year and they had a bigger XYZ on the year, where the I Can't Breathe song, I kind of feel like, to be fair, for Black people, it had a very massive impact. You get me? I feel like it had a very, very big impact. But as a whole, I wouldn't say the same. You get me? And as a black person, I think the song is incredible before you shoot me. You get me? Before you get me down. But yeah, like you know, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. I'm saying it like I'm not happy. I'm happy. Like I knew it was gonna happen. You get me? I knew it was gonna happen against the heavy hitters. It's just me. I don't know. It just doesn't feel genuine. I don't know.
I think H and K feel pretty much the same. H mentioned last time that, and I think we all agreed on it when we went through every category, that there's bigger forces at play when it comes to deciding who wins. Let's touch on some of the other categories you mentioned last time. Best dance recording, 10% K-Tranda, Kali Uche. I think big song, and K-Tranda won twice with best dance electronic album. I think we all pretty much agree that was deserved.
Yeah,
well deserved, man. Well deserved. One of the best albums, one of the best dance electronic albums, you know, of the past 2 years. Incredibly sequenced album.
I like how you said 2 years there.
Huh?
I like how you said 2 years.
Because I had to drop that in there. You get me? Technically, they come out in 2019. But, you know, nonetheless, well deserved, man. Well deserved. Yeah.
And I can't even lie, like I found out the other day that he's the first black person to win that award.
Which is mad, seeing as like dance.
The first black artist.
Is that for album?
Crazy.
Best dance electronic album.
Yeah.
You won best single and album, yeah.
Yeah, for best album. He's the first black artist to win that.
Which is mad if you know like the origins of dance happened within like the gay community and the black community, and great or something like that is where it first started and went into New York. But you know, nonetheless, I guess we're breaking ground somewhere somehow.
Yeah, which is dope. But yeah, he deserved
it.
And then best R&B song, Better Than I Imagined. Are you satisfied with this, or is it just a complete wash with the R&B this year, H?
Can't lie, it's a complete wash, man. So not the album. The song is actually quite good. You know, I'm not too mad at it winning, but again, I feel like it's the safe option. I think Chloe and Hailey were nominated for an award in that category, right?
Yeah, they were. Do It.
Do It, yeah. See,
Do It is a better record.
Do it. You know, that was all over the charts last year. That definitely should have won, and I think even it did well on TikTok. You know, like Chloe and Hailey should have won.
I mean, I can't lie. I'm a massive fan of Robert Glasper, innit? Like, his Black Radio. Black Radio is a good album as well, and also that Michelle. I can't never say her surname. She as well. Her debut album as well, on some record that she did, and of course with her. But I can argue like Robert Glasper's done better records than that, like in his career, fam. I remember hearing the first time and it didn't grab me, and since then I never deviated to it, fam.
You know, Robert Glasper actually does pretty well at the Grammys, man. You'd be surprised for someone who's, you know. Yeah.
I think it's because he's considered one of these like prestige artists. Like if you look who he works with, it's like Erykah Badu, Mos Def, Kendrick. So it's all these sort of like people associate with like conscious hip hop and conscious soul and like lyrical and socio-political. Plus he plays like three different instruments.
Yeah.
So I think he's definitely considered one of these like sort of artists that caters to a higher taste in music. If there's such a thing.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that taste is mine. I've seen him live, very good performer. But also, what I wanted to touch on briefly is the best progressive R&B one, because Thundercat won that.
Thundercat, yes.
Thundercat. We'll go straight to that since we're on R&B. Yeah, Thundercat won it. I know Thundercat song was in a few of your Song of the Years 2020, wasn't it? What was it? H kept calling it basketball do-rag.
Yeah. Bro, like that album, like I said, like I think Thundercat, you know, obviously he's won, you know, a Grammy before. I think he's won several Grammys before, so you know, well deserved Grammy, but I don't think it's in the right category. I don't think it should be in progressive R&B personally. But you know, I'm not angry. You get me? Like, what's up, my guy Thundercat? Another funny individual as well.
Big one. Let's go. Best new artist. Again, talked about her a lot at the start. Megan Thee Stallion. Do you think, obviously this is the first category where she's won it solely on herself without Beyonce's name being in there as well. Do you think the song with Beyonce influenced her winning this at all?
I mean,
I don't think so.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, go on, Jay.
I don't think so, man. I don't. Megan Thee Stallion, let's be fair, bro. In COVID, she's had one of the biggest years, man. This girl's had Savage. She's had WAP. She's had that body, yaddy, 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 yaddy. She's had that song. She had another song, I think Girls in the Hood. She's had quite a few big songs. And obviously, we know what's been happening with her, with Kevin's boy, Tory Lanez. Like, this girl.
What? Get out of here, man. Bro, Tory.
She's had like a lot's happened to her last year, good and bad, but more good. So I'm actually personally, I'm not surprised. I think it's well deserved, personally.
Hold on, who do we have on the list again, on that category list?
Best new artist. We have
best new artist.
Her, Ingrid Andress, Phoebe Bridgers, Noah Cyrus, Chica, D Smoke again, Doja Cat, Kate Randa.
Ooh, I mean, yeah, I mean, like Jay is saying, she did have a big year, and I think she's released other singles on her own that have kind of done well. I mean, if that was me, I think probably I will give it to like someone like Kate Renata, because his last two albums have been fantastic. While I feel for me, Megan Thee Stallion, except from singles, she doesn't do much, and sometimes the singles are not that great. But if she won it, I guess. So.
If she won it, she won it.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. Kate Chanda, listen, like obviously, like we all love him, bro. But this guy's.
I don't know why he's down for new artists.
Yeah, that's true as well. We did bring that up. Yeah.
Best new artist, my ass, bro. This guy's been grinding for years, bro.
Yeah, well, he's been in. When was the last album released? The one before Baba.
That was like freaking nearly like 5 years ago.
It was. Didn't he release the other one 99% a few years ago or something?
Yeah, that's what K is on about. Like, I think that was literally like 5 years ago or something like that.
Yeah, 2016, wasn't it? Or like 2000. Yeah. So 100%, he shouldn't even be on the list technically. So that case, yeah. So then. Apparently, Phoebe Bridgers is good, so I'm hopefully getting to my music, and then maybe a couple of years, probably like, oh yeah, Phoebe Bridgers should have won it. But for now, Megan Thee Stallion. But yeah, I guess.
I guess, you know.
H.
Yeah, no, listen, I understand why Megan won it, and I'm not too mad, but I feel like it kind of should have gone to Doja Cat. Because she's the one of this year that can match her commercially. Like, I know that's going to be a controversial pick, but like, if you man ain't been paying attention, Doja Cat, like, she had, you know, like last year, okay, she had a bit of controversy attached to her name, but this in terms of like music, man, she did it in 2020, you know, and she's a great live performer as well. So is Megan. So is Megan.
I feel. Are we talking about cheeks or are we talking about music?
No, yeah, listen. Between the two, I feel like with Doja Cat, it's the same issue with Kate Renata, because my girl's been in the game since like 2014 or maybe 13.
Bro, since we was in uni, I was listening to Doja Cat.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. I remember you listened to some of her stuff. So I think there's also been an issue with her getting nominated. But I feel like for me, going back quality-wise, I think she's only done like one song that I think is good for me. So I probably won't have I'd rather have Megan to win it than Doja Cat.
Wait, but that doesn't make sense, because you have no Doja Cat song, Megan Thee Stallion songs in your playlist, but you have a couple of Doja Cat films, so that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I mean, because I feel like in terms of quality-wise, Megan is the better rapper than Doja Cat. I can't lie. That's what I.
No, what I'm saying, if that's the case, then you would have more Megan Thee Stallion songs in your your playlist.
That would. I mean, yes and no. I mean, for me, Doja Cat is like No Police is like good, like
big tune.
Yeah, big vibe record that you should put on the background. You get me? And I think that's one of the records. Maybe other two that I got, but there's a good vibe record just to chill. And I remember during uni that was like the vibe to put in the background. But like Megan Thee Stallion. She's more rapidly rap. She, as you've heard on some of the other records, and that's why.
You want to twerk.
Huh?
She makes you want to twerk.
Yeah, she makes good twerk. I mean, I think there's other records on Good News where.
But who do you think is the better artist, man? Who do you think is the better artist? Because if we're going by your playlist, it will be Doja Cat, not.
No, but I thought. Okay, who's the better artist? That's a good question.
All right, let's phrase it a different way. Who do you prefer listening to, and who do you think has more musical ability?
Yeah, that's it. I prefer to listen to Doja Cat, but I think Megan Thee Stallion has better music ability. Like I feel like Megan Thee Stallion. That's such a difficult one.
Bro, do you know Doja Cat? She can produce, she can sing, she can rap.
Yeah, but I she's got that ability, but I think in terms of like who can make a record for me that could probably last longer. Maybe this is a wild guess, but I just feel like
that makes no sense.
That makes no sense.
How come
you don't have any Megan Thee Stallion songs in your playlist?
Because again, like I was saying earlier, Doja Cat's got mood music that I like to sort of listen to, but Megan Thee Stallion doesn't necessarily do mood music. However, I do appreciate her lyrical ability more than I do Doja Cat, and also sort of strong song structure. So for me, that's why I put Megan above Doja.
I feel like Doja should have won anyway. But I'm not like, listen, I totally understand why Megan won the award, and I'm not mad about it at all. Like, but in my personal opinion, Doja's the better artist.
Do you know what? Yeah, just touching on Doja like quickly. I can't lie, as Samuel was saying, I'm quite impressed with her transition from like a really underground artist.
Yeah,
literally like one of the biggest artists of 2020. Like she definitely has like gone from here to here. You get me? And you know she's definitely consciously made commercial records because we've heard her before. We've heard her before, and she doesn't like make commercial records in it. Like I think the first song I heard from her is So High. And that's
that's another record as well.
Big song, but I guess you could say that's not really the most commercial song. And I've heard other stuff with her where it's not, where obviously she signed to a major label and they've been like, yo, we need these hits. And you know, it kind of shows her songwriting ability to be like, okay, you want a hit, I'll write a hit type of thing. Which is good. I guess the only reason I'm saying Megan over Doja is I've heard Doja make better music. Personally, I've heard her make better music. Where, for example, this year I kind of feel like she's gone more for the let's sell records, you get me, as opposed to let's make some of our best music. But she makes catchy music, like it's all over the place, like you said. It's been, you know, #1 single, it's been all over the charts, been all over social media. So like you said, I'm not upset like that she was nominated, but you know, I've heard better shit from her.
I don't think anyone's really surprised by any of the awards, were they, overall?
No.
And I think by the end of this week, no one's really going to be talking about it at all.
Facts, man. It'll be interesting to see this time next year, obviously, the shape of the world and the shape of the music industry, you know, slowly as, you know, restrictions stop and more artists drop, you know, what type of year we're going to be looking forward to.
Well, it's sort of like you're at the start line of the race, and it's whoever sort of manages to sprint out fastest, get their music out there the quickest, get their promotion out there the quickest, can line up tour dates the quickest. Cool. All right, sign off.
Peace.